All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, 2 weeks ago, on the heels of an embarrassing 36 to 10 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Pittsburgh Steelers were 7-7-1 and appeared to be on the outside of the playoff picture in the AFC. But consecutive wins over the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens have the Steelers knocking on the door of a playoff berth. Now, in beating the Ravens today, Pittsburgh eliminated their division rivals from postseason competition, while the shocking loss today by the Indianapolis Colts to the Jacksonville Jaguars has left the door wide open for the Steelers. And as long as the Los Angeles Chargers and Las Vegas Raiders do not tie tonight, the Steelers will be postseason bound. Now, this was Big Ben's final regular season game, and it was everything that we have grown to expect over the years from the Steelers and the Ravens. It was a very physical battle. It's one of those games where you know what, both teams come out very sore afterwards. Not a lot of high scoring, not a lot of give and take, and usually these games between Pittsburgh and Baltimore come down to the final play or one of the final plays of the game, as was the case for both games this year that Pittsburgh won. Now, Pittsburgh found a way to come back and pull it out in rainy Baltimore. And, where do you start to give the credit? You look at TJ Watt, who tied Michael Strahan for the single season sack record in the NFL today, along with Cam Hayward and Minka Fitzpatrick and company on defense for Pittsburgh, as they were able to force 3 Baltimore turnovers today, including 2 interceptions from Ravens quarterback Tyler Huntley. Some big catches from the Steelers receiving core this afternoon. Tight end Pat Fryermuth continued to have his growing fan base support him. Some big catches, especially in overtime for Pittsburgh. We saw Deontay Johnson, Ray McLeod, and Chase Claypool. And of course, Claypool caught the only touchdown pass today for Pittsburgh, but all of them came up with some big catches. Credit to Mike Tomlin, the Steelers head coach. He consistently had his finger on the pulse of this team. The Steelers were down at several points of this season, but they were never out. They began the year 1-3 after 3 consecutive losses. Tough losses on the road to the Chargers, a tough loss to the Vikings. We talked about, getting blown out a couple of weeks ago by the Chiefs, but this team rallied. And if the Steelers get in, and I really do think that they will, because I highly doubt that there's going to be a tie tonight between the Raiders and the Chargers. But if the Steelers get in, I think this team could be very formidable. I mean, it's looking like the Steelers would face the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round. Not going to write off the Steelers, not saying that they're going to go out there and win, but nonetheless, you look at the Steelers, they have that pass rush led by TJ Watt. And when you look at that line with the likes of Cam Hayward, you look at Devin Bush at linebacker, you also look at Minka Fitzpatrick in that secondary. You know what? It's one of those where you don't want to write this team off. And when you have yourself a crafty veteran at quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger is, and he's seen his fair share of battles in January in the postseason on the road, you don't want to go out there and just simply write this team off. They willed themselves to win last week. They did it again this afternoon in Baltimore, and who knows how much momentum that this will create for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, they're not in, but I think that they do get in. And it's one thing that we've seen right now. Once you get into the postseason, anything can happen. And who knows how far that this run can go for the black and gold. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There is also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.